Hi, man. How's it going?
All right, how about you?
Good.
Give your name and badge number, please.
Yeah, it's Officer Gris. My badge is 1641. Is there
Officer
a reason
Gris.
why you're recording our bus?
Yeah, I'm gathering content for a story,
Great.
personal story.
What about?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Is there something we can help you with or help answer any questions for you?
Nothing at all. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Are you able to give me your information just so I know who I'm talking to?
Negative. You can call me good citizen.
What is it?
Good citizen is what you can call me.
Okay. Is there any reason I gotta know why you're...
Am I being detained?
The lady cops come into the frame and ask the individual about why he is recording, to which the individual assertively asks for the name and badge number of a lady cop, suggesting a desire for accountability or documentation of the interaction. The lady exits the scene.
I know I'm not on state grounds though.
You are. If you go on the other side of the south side, you're more welcome to do that.
This is actually a public thoroughfare,
Sir, I'd
right?
like you
If
to
I
go on
was
the other side
if
of
I
the
was
stop
coming to
sign.
visit somebody, I could just drive in here, right?
Correct, but on the other side of the stop sign, you're more welcome to do that. On this side of the stop sign is state ground. Seeing how the fence is there, I'd like you to go back on the other side of the fence.
Oh, I'm on this side of the fence.
That side of the fence, please.
I'm not sure that I have to, boss.
I'm asking you. I'm asking nicely.
I know, I
don't
understand.
wanna-
I understand that. I understand you're asking me nicely, but I'm not sure that I have to do that. I'm here to get some footage. I'm a journalist doing gathering footage.
Can I see your ID credentials?
Yo, I'm not going to give you my ID,
Why not?
and I
sir?
don't have to give you credentials. So I'm a journalist gathering content for a story, and I'm allowed to do this right here. I
You are
looked
welcome
up.
to do
I
that on the
looked
other
up
side of
your
the
guys'
stop sign.
property line.
On
Actually,
the other
it's
side of the
very
stop sign.
public.
Do you
Your
understand what I'm
guys'
telling you?
This is actually a public thoroughfare.
It's
So
not.
if
this
I
is state ground, sir.
no, this is I understand it's state grounds, but it's public.
Then another officer comes in. The individual and the cop they interact with disagree on the permissibility of recording in this context. To support his stance, the individual references the Department of Homeland Security memo issued in 2010, which is believed to outline guidelines concerning filming in publicly accessible areas. Amidst the discussion, the individual firmly asserts their identity as a journalist and their purpose of gathering content for a story. This claim is used as a basis for refusing to provide identification when requested.
Now, is that a law or a policy?
That's our policy. There's no filming on state grounds.
You said
You're
it's a
gonna need to go on
policy?
the other side of the ground.
Is it a policy? You said it's a policy, right?
Correct. It's our state policy. State policy. You cannot film on grounds. I need you to go back over there.
Okay, policies don't trump rights.
All right.
So
I need you to go on the other side over there, or I will go call the police.
okay, I mean I understand you
Is
can
that-
call the
that-
police,
is that-
but they're
is that
gonna
the
the
direction we
police
wanna
are
go?
gonna no, not really, but they're
But
gonna
that's-
educate you.
I'm just trying to get you to go over there and not have an issue.
I got you, but the police are just gonna educate you, and all they're
Okay,
gonna
that's
do is
fine.
say, hey,
If
this
they
is
like to come and do
public,
that,
this
they're
is
more welcome to do
publicly.
that.
2 hours later.
And they're saying that you're free to go. So as far as I'm concerned, you're free to go.
I'm trying to get on ground.
Okay,
Can
and I'm free to
Can I ask
stay
you a
as well,
question?
right?
Can I shoot?
Officers free to stay on this public utility, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys. Hey, what was your name again? Figueroa? Is that it? Thank you for being professional. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Very, very courteous. And I will go ahead and get out of here now.
This sucks.
The discussion surrounding the classification of the location as either public or private property. The man engages in a back and forth with the individuals present, questioning the designation of the area. In response to potential interference, the speaker mentions the possibility of calling the police and expresses confidence in their ability to remain on the public utility. As the conversation progresses, tension escalates and the individual becomes increasingly confrontational. They challenge the officer's perception of ownership over the property, questioning their authority and implying a sense of entitlement. The speaker also makes remarks about the significance of obeying orders, perhaps suggesting a critical view of the officer's actions or perceived abuse of power.
I'm just curious. I'm not being a dick. I'm just asking questions. Mr. Helmrich, Jay, Jonathan. I don't want to call you.
You've obviously got my name, but you won't give me your name, right?
Of course I won't. I don't have to. I'm a private citizen. You're a public servant. It's a big difference. Right? Don't you agree?
Why wouldn't you give me your name?
Just because I don't have to.
Sir,
If you could educate the officers as far as dealing with the public and standing on public property. So
Who do you work for? Bud?
what was that?
Who do you work for?
I work for me. I work for myself. Yeah, I'm independent. Yep.
Okay.
I am independent.
Okay. You got
Yep.
the footage you needed?
Yeah, I'm done now.
Okay.
I'm
Is there
done
anything
now.
You need from him?
Nope, he has the information to contact our public information officer. So I am requesting that you leave our grounds now.
Okay, this is public. We got that straight, right? I'm in public.
You can more welcome.
Now
to
I
cross
might
the street.
stay here for another hour. I mean, you know, you can take a picture of me.
I'm
That's
gonna
fine. That's okay. That's your right, officer,
Correct,
to
that's
do
the
that.
law.
What's your name, sir?
Yeah. I'm not gonna give you my name.
Is there a reason you don't want
I
to
just don't give my name out.
Are you wanted by the law?
No. Are you wanted by the law?
I'm wanted to do my
You
job.
got anything on you you're not supposed to have?
No, everything is perfectly legal. Except
The speaker engages in a back and forth with the individuals present, questioning the designation of the area. In response to potential interference, the speaker mentions the possibility of calling the police and expresses confidence on their ability to remain on the public utility. As the conversation progresses, tension escalates, and the speaker becomes increasingly confrontational. They challenge the officer's perception of ownership over the property, questioning their authority and implying a sense of entitlement. The individual mentions being independent and concludes the interaction by stating they're done filming. The individual comments on the desecration of the U.S. flag on an officer's uniform and criticizes their attitude about it. Now let's move to another video.
Okay.
Do you have any ID on you, man?
Nope, I don't need to provide that.
you could probably out with one.
Like, you do not run stop sign, you get stop across the street. You get stop the line.
I didn't hear.
What's up, man?
You
Did I
didn't-
commit a crime?
Huh?
Did I commit a crime?
It's an infraction.
Is it a crime?
It's an infraction.
Is it a crime?
Meaning that I'm able to stop you.
Is it a crime?
You ran the stop sign.
Did I commit a crime?
No, we didn't run stop
Did I
sign.
commit a crime?
Like, you're really tripping, sir. You really are. Because you have to stop at the stop sign to see where I was.
You know I don't have to ID, right?
This one captures an encounter between a cyclist and police officers. The cyclist questions the officers about stopping him from running a stop sign.
You ain't got nothing better to do or what?
What's that?
You don't got nothing better to do or what?
As far as what?
Like, going out and doing your job.
This is part of my job.
This is serving the public?
Yes.
What are you doing right now?
Making sure you don't drive, run the stop sign, and the vehicle hits you. Or causing that driver to swerve, and then...
Oh, so you can't just come and tell me? You have to get my identification for that?
Yes, we do the same with everybody.
You do? What's the reason for identification?
So I know who you are.
For what? Why do you want to know who I am?
Explain it to you because you ran the stop sign on your
Because I ran the stop sign?
Yes.
Weren't you at a, didn't you have somebody pulled over right now?
I didn't, no.
You didn't? Is that right?
It's our gang officer.
There was two of you and that wasn't you right now?
There's more than one of us.
That wasn't you right now?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Our gang officers.
You ain't got nothing better to do or what?
What's that?
You don't got nothing better to do or what?
As far as what?
Like, going out and doing your job.
This is part of my job.
This is serving the public?
Yes.
What are you doing right now?
Making sure you don't drive, run the stop sign, and the vehicle hits you. Or causing that driver to swerve, and then...
Oh, so you can't just come and tell me? You have to get my identification for that?
Yes, we do the same with everybody.
You do? What's the reason for identification?
So I know who you are.
For what? Why do you want to know who I am?
Explain it to you because you ran the stop sign on your
Because I ran the stop sign?
Yes.
Weren't you at a, didn't you have somebody pulled over right now?
I didn't, no.
You didn't? Is that right?
It's our gang officer.
There was two of you and that wasn't you right now?
There's more than one of us.
That wasn't you right now?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Our gang officers.
The cyclist confidently asserts his right to refuse to provide identification unless he has committed a crime. He challenges the officer's authority by questioning the legitimacy of the stop, emphasizing that running a stop sign on a bicycle does not constitute a crime. The cyclist's argument is centered around his understanding of his rights and the boundaries of police authority. By asserting his knowledge of the law, he attempts to establish a position of power and challenge the officer's actions. The person accuses the officers of having nothing better to do and questions their role in serving and protecting. The person requests a supervisor and expresses his intention to file a complaint against the officer. The speaker said that on the fit cop's face, he will file a complaint against him as he is acting very unprofessional. The person's continuously asking about the crime he has committed and why he's being detained. The cop has no clue about it but is following what his supervisor told him to do. The person being detained expresses doubts about the officer's lack of proper documentation or penal codes to justify their actions. The officers mention a possible reason for the stop, stating that the cyclist matches the description of a stolen bike. However, the bicyclist disputes the claim, vehemently asserting that his bicycle is not stolen and challenging the accuracy of the information provided by the officers.
But I didn't have to ID.
A traffic
Yeah.
violation? Yeah.
I knew. I know.
He really didn't. That's what I'm like. That's what I understand.
Oh, I'm not going to argue about
You're
it. He's got no
dismissed.
reasons.
Thank you.
One of his reasons was because
He's able to walk.
You guys are both dismissed already.
Stop that. Stop being
No.
Stop being a jerk.
Man, do you have any other questions as far as?
Stop being a jerk.
Mm-mm.
Don't talk smack after
No. This guy needs to know.
I mean, what do you?
Because he's gonna come back with his.
No, he can't come back. Just like I told you, he wasn't gonna ID me.
Like, it's true.
Did he ID me?
Because like that wasn't his initial reason in the first place.
Exactly.
Like stop this bullshit. You didn't have a fucking reason. You had no reason.
We're about to see the walk of shame.
Stop that. You're.
That's not safe.
There it is, guys, the walk of shame.
The cyclist adamantly argues that there have been other bikes in the area and expresses disbelief at the officer's claims. He repeatedly questions whether he is free to leave, seeking confirmation from the officers. Finally, they respond affirmatively, stating that he is indeed free to go. He zoomed the camera on the cop when he was walking away with embarrassment on his face and told the cop that he'll get famous on YouTube because of what he did in the park. Now we'll move to our next video.
Hey, how you doing? I'm alright, how are you? It's not allowed here to take photos or videos, okay? You need the permission from the administration about that.
So it's not allowed to take photos or videos here?
Inside, no.
Wait, who do I need permission from?
Administration.
From administration? Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
Long Island Audit, an individual, was recording at a public library when approached by security personnel who requested them to cease filming. The person's identity, referred to as Long Island Audit, suggests their involvement in documenting public interactions and encounters. The incident occurred within the premises of the library, where the security personnel took notice of the individual's filming activity and expressed their objection.
Have you not heard that before?
I've heard it plenty of times. It's just I'm surprised because, well, my name and my badge number is right here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you see it?
Tibbets?
Yep, 640.
The pen is blocking the number. 640?
Yep.
And Dennis 647. So what I'm doing here is a First Amendment protected activity. I'm recording. I know you don't care, sir, but listen, if you violate that in any way and interfere with that,
I'm not violating it. They asked you to leave.
Yeah, but they can't ask me to leave. This is a public library. Can I speak to a supervisor, please?
Despite being asked to halt their filming by security at the public library, the individual declined to comply. They invoked their First Amendment rights, specifically their freedom of the press, as the basis for continuing to record. By referencing this constitutional protection, the person asserted their belief that their actions were legally justified and protected. The First Amendment, which safeguards freedom of speech and the press, grants individuals the right to gather and disseminate information, expressing their dissenting stance and asserting their right to document public events and encounters. When police officers arrived at the scene where Long Island Audit was filming, the individual sought to engage with a supervisor. By making this request, they aimed to escalate the situation and potentially address their concerns with someone of higher authority within the police department.
You guys should call one, correct? So, I'm going to request a supervisor again. I would appreciate if you guys can get a supervisor down here.
You don't rule the roost here right now.
Yeah, no, I'm just requesting a supervisor just for
In a minute.
because you guys are a little bit hostile. I can see the tyrant in you, Utter.
Oh, yeah.
You're a real tyrant.
Yeah.
I can see it in your eyes.
In law enforcement experience.
Seeking the involvement of a supervisor suggests that the person felt dissatisfied with the initial interaction and hoped for a different approach or better understanding of their rights. After the arrival of a supervisor, the situation escalated further as the person was faced with the threat of arrest. Feeling compelled to comply with this ultimatum, they reluctantly provided their identification. The threat of arrest likely created a sense of urgency and fear of legal consequences, prompting the person to reluctantly reveal their identity.
No, I don't. Obviously, I don't. No,
You took an oath to it, though, Tibbets.
Jeez.
Dude, why you gotta be such a
Why
tyrant?
you gotta be such a tyrant? See what I'm doing there?
Acting like a child?
Yeah. So were you.
Acting like a child.
Did you get permission when you post that video of these people?
Don't need it. They're in
You
public.
don't need it?
Yeah, they're in public. Don't need it. See, you're learning something here today, man. Come on.
This is not gonna end well with you. You know that.
Okay, we'll see. We will see.
I'm telling you.
We will see.
Okay.
I'm not scared of you.
I know you're not supposed to be scared. I don't care.
Okay, great. Great.
Long Island Audit took decisive action following the incident by filing formal complaints against the officers involved in the encounter. Unsatisfied with the treatment they received, they expressed their intent to pursue legal action by filing a notice of intent to sue. The response demonstrates the individual's determination to hold the officers accountable for their actions and seek justice for any perceived violations of their rights.
Police officers are charged with protecting the people, maintaining the law, and providing honorable and honest service to their communities. However, the repercussions can be severe and widespread when officers violate that trust and take part in corrupt practices. In this video, we'll look at several notorious instances of police misconduct and analyze how they affected society. So, let's get going. You've probably heard of police officers accepting bribes. But have you ever heard of the team's most popular officer being dishonest and carrying out his evil schemes in such a covert manner that not even his department is aware of it? So, how did he end up in custody? If you haven't heard of something similar, allow us to inform you that Sergeant Wayne Jenkins was a victim of it. A smart, crooked policeman. Sergeant Wayne Jenkins' eyes darted from screen to screen, sifting over the CTV footage in the dimly lit city headquarters of the Baltimore Police Department. 2015's that day saw streets filled with boiling rage. On the west side of the city, police officers were being attacked with bricks. Some were hurt. Jenkins hurried after them. In the midst of shouting, sirens, and buzzing helicopters, he seized a state prison department van and helped pull injured cops inside when it was near Druid Hill Park. He intervened in the conflict and instructed the detective to take them to the hospital. A drug-dealing bail bondsman was awoken from his slumber several hours later in a peaceful waterfront district 15 miles east of the city center. His supplier required the disposal of 2 garbage bags full of prescription medications stolen from people who had also robbed pharmacy. Fresh after his heroic deeds in West Baltimore, Jenkins showed up. He opened the trunk and carried the pills inside the garage. After the bondsman handled selling them, the police sergeant and the latter would split the proceeds. Wayne Jenkins was living 2 lives at a time. He was already well known for running aggressive street squads at the age of 34. Later, he was in charge of the prestigious Gun Trace Task Force, one of the Baltimore Police Department's most effective tools for combating violent crime. He also served as the commanding officer of a team of police officers who engaged in robberies and narcotics trafficking. Jenkins and 6 members of his gun task force were charged with federal racketeering in March 2017, which shocked Baltimore. Many robberies, extortion, and overtime fraud were all allegedly committed by a group of seasoned police officers. Following the shooting death of Freddie Gray, long-standing mistrust of the police among many Baltimore residents grew. But the breadth and depth of these accusations were astounding. The Gun Trace Task Force was well known within the police force for its accomplishments in seizing alleged drug dealers, their caches, and their illicit weaponry. Jenkins was developing a reputation as a policeman in the division whose aggressive approach got results. His reputation as a cowboy who broke big cases through a frenetic pace of citizen stops and occasionally supplied evidence pointing up a chain of drug dealers was generally positive among current and former police officers. Jenkins, who had been praised as a rising talent by department leadership and rank-and-file officers early in his career, was a leader with a remarkable flair for delivering the goods. For his assistance in the 2009 recovery of 41 kilograms of cocaine worth $1 million hidden in a man's truck at the time, it was touted as the largest cocaine seizure in the division's record. This was only one of Jenkins' numerous huge seizures. Did you know that Jenkins was awarded a Bronze Star for this huge achievement? Although it may seem strange, the Baltimore Police Department did not experience any instances of a police officer receiving both praise and criticism. In the world, Wayne Jenkins and his colleagues in plainclothes lived in success and wrongdoing were not mutually exclusive. In fact, they occasionally seemed to go hand in hand. A year-long investigation by the Baltimore Sun turned up warning signs that Wayne Jenkins wasn't a reliable policeman. His supervisors and others either failed to see the warning indications or choose to ignore them. Between 2006 and 2009, Jenkins was the subject of at least 4 lawsuits that claimed misconduct. 3 of them resulted in the plaintiff's victories, either as a result of jury verdicts or the city's decision to settle the case. The suits, however, had no internal repercussions for the police agency. Despite the lawsuits and subsequent video evidence from the squad's body cameras, Jenkins' supervisors did not review the arrests he was making. His legal defenses regularly failed in court, despite the fact that he was removing criminal suspects off the streets. 2014 saw the delivery of a surveillance video to the state's attorney's office in Baltimore's Police Integrity Division that seemed to show Jenkins perhaps putting drugs in a suspect's car. Authorities investigated the matter and even presented evidence to a grand jury, but finally determined that there wasn't enough proof to warrant an indictment. The same video reportedly led to a rare police department disciplinary probe against Jenkins, who was accused of misbehavior internally in 2015. This information comes from a copy of the case file that the Sun reviewed. The investigators proposed Jenkins be demoted and placed on paid leave, according to the department's then Internal Affairs Chief, Daryl DeSouza, who was the deputy commissioner at the time, allegedly intervened to halt the penalty. DeSouza denies remembering the encounter, despite having later served as a commissioner and currently being in jail on federal tax charges, before being named in 2016 to lead the Gun Trace Task Force, one of the most recognized plainclothes teams in the police. These allegations of misconduct were made while Jenkins was serving in a number of plainclothes units, a long time before he was appointed. It is hardly surprising that Jenkins' greatest crimes, drug trafficking and robberies, were able to flourish in Baltimore's tolerant plainclothes culture, even if they seem to have been kept secret. These devices regularly operated unattended. They were free to hold and release suspects, as well as develop informants. They sometimes discreetly stepped over the line from aggressive policing to violating civil rights. When Jenkins first started stealing is unknown. In 2011, his first theft was reported. By the time his criminal career had completely taken off, it had already involved high-profile robberies and break-ins, and he was making over $170,000 per year, in part due to overtime fraud. To learn more about their activities, the Sun obtained thousands of pages of court records, dozens of body camera recordings, hundreds of emails from the police department, and a small number of internal files. A reporter also viewed court case recordings pertaining to the arrests of the cops. Over 50 people were questioned, including victims, prosecutors, defense attorneys, and current and former police officers. Jenkins allegedly robbed some of the defense attorney's clients. According to some of the attorneys, the bulk of his co-workers, including the police and prosecutors, told the Sun they were not aware that he and his policemen were involved in any illicit behavior. A drug associate alleged that Jenkins had been gathering narcotics off the street and profiting from their illicit sale for years before he was finally found guilty following an FBI investigation. Prior to joining the Gun Trace Task Force in 2016, some of his colleagues have also acknowledged stealing after an FBI investigation into the unit revealed the crimes committed by the GATF, Jenkins, and a number of other team members were taken into custody by federal agents. In June 2018, Jenkins was sentenced to 25 years in federal prison after entering a guilty plea to charges of racketeering, robbery, and record-keeping fraud. Corrupt police officers damage the reputation of their fellow officers who obey the law and honorably and devotedly serve their communities. They damage the reputation of the entire police force and make it harder for honorable officers to carry out their duties efficiently. The integrity of the judiciary and law enforcement is threatened by corruption, an immoral and unlawful practice. In addition to breaking the law, corrupt police officers damage the public's faith by taking bribes, covering up crimes, or employing excessive force. Furthermore, dishonest police officers can cause harm to innocent people by infringing on their civil rights, making false arrests, and acting abusively. This can result in erroneous convictions, the demise of the rule of law, and a loss of confidence on the part of the general people in the competence of the legal system to uphold their rights and interests. Public safety is compromised, and the rule of law is weakened by corrupt police officers. They undermine public trust in the police and foster an atmosphere of impunity where criminals feel free to act without consequence because they know that some police officers can be purchased or intimidated. What conclusions have you drawn from Jenkins' tale? Do you have any additional examples of dishonest police officers who were punished? If so, please tell us in the comments section.